Welcome back to the channel, folks, and to another Flames of War battle report. This is another game from our November meetup at Nightly Gaming in Bathgate, and it sees myself attacking against Peter in defence. Before we get started with the game, I'd just like to invite everyone who's interested to the Flames of War Scottish Nationals next year on the 16th and the 17th of May at Nightly Gaming in Bathgate. It's going to be 100 points, and as dynamic points appear to be coming out as this video is being edited, then it's going to be using the dynamic points too. There's a link in the description below to purchase your tickets. The pack may or may not be added to that link as this video goes out, because we're putting together the final touches now that we know about dynamic points, but it's pretty much as you would expect, within the pack. There's not a lot of really weird stuff in there. There's no banned lists, nothing like that. It's just fairly standard tournament related stuff. And you heard me mention dynamic points there. Looking forward to that coming along and changing things up. I have to look at some of the old lists that I've enjoyed playing. They may not be any good anymore. They may be better. So it's a question of waiting for the release to come out, have a look at the points, and hopefully get a game in next week, myself against Peter again, I think, and we'll give them a try. But this game, no dynamic points in it, so it's going to be the old lists that you may not see again in the forum they're presented here. But before we crack on and have a look at the lists, here is a quick word from our channel sponsor. Are you looking for an online supplier and looking perhaps to support this channel? Then we recommend Overlord Games. We've been using Overlord Games to purchase kits for our own private collection, and importantly in bulk for many commissions for a long time now, and we have created an affiliate link with them. Follow the link in the description below to check out Overlord Games. They've got all the major games that everybody likes to play, and they've got the kind of prices that everybody likes to pay. And as commission painters, we found that we can go to them directly for any kind of project that we might have in mind and ask them to scour suppliers to see what is available. So if you have got a little project that you want to get together and a faceless website isn't working, then maybe you need to get in touch with Overlord Games. And of course you'll be supporting us directly to make more and better quality videos on this channel. Thanks for your time.
Volks Grenadiers platoons.
Okay.
2 assault guns and 1 infantry rifles.
Right.
4 pack 40s.
Have they got the crazy artillery card?
No,
right.
not using the pictures.
A couple of 88s of these.
And they've got that's infantry guns are part of the formation.
Right.
And then support is 2 88s, 3 Stoogs, and 2 King Tigers.
And the 88s, are they the careful?
No. They're SS.
Oh, they're SS, right, okay. So they'll be aggressive but fearless. All these guys here will be aggressive, reluctant actually, yeah.
Yes.
And then your Stoogs, are they
They're
careful,
Volks,
confident? Or they're Volks Stoogs. So once again, they will be aggressive, they might not be reluctant actually being Stoogs.
Confident.
Confident, yeah. And King Tigers, what version of King Tiger have we got here?
This one, SS.
SS King Tiger.
So it's aggressive.
Aggressive. Its motivation rating is it's an SS Tiger. It doesn't say confident, folks, it says SS Tiger. 2 up. And they are trained. So, quite a mixture of troops. They can be pinned and stay pinned for a long time, but those King Tigers could dish out a lot of damage, as could those 88s against by aggressive stuff. Never mind that, the pack 40s too. So here is a list that I'm using today. I've put together something similar before but didn't actually use it. Similar but different, and I'll explain that when I come to the unit in question. But it's a Hero T34s formation of 3 platoons of 4 and a HQ of 1. Then still part of the formation, the got to have 6 mortars and the optional but useful infantry element, which is the smallest sized Hero SMG infantry. Now, to support this, I've got 8 T34 76s. Now the thing is, these are Flame 76s. The original setup with this formation had 7 ordinary T34 76s. The idea being, you've got your better quality tanks, the Hero 85s, so the harder hitting, longer range, and there's 3-up tactics, means that they can be doing blitzes and things with a degree of, as much surety as anybody can have when you're doing a blitz. The 76 mils would be green, which isn't quite so good, but these flamethrower variants, now you get one more tank for the same points, and they're trained instead of green, but they are reluctant. That's the difference between them, but I think that's an okay payoff considering you're going to get one more tank, so it's a big mob for shooting up other platoons, and you're going to get the flamethrower element, which is something that's going to be very hard for your opponent to ignore, maybe giving your T34-85s a chance to infiltrate, get around your opponent's tough frontal armour and such likes. Now, these guys have still got a 3-up last stand even though they're reluctant, so that's quite handy. And then to support everything over and above that, I've got artillery in the form of the 122 mils. I like them. They are anti-tank 3, firepower 3, which is a good combination, good for digging out infantry, and it can potentially destroy tanks as well as bail them out. Good against top armour 0 as well. And then a little platoon of BA-64 clown cars, as I like to call them. 2 of them, I've got anti-tank rifles. Once again, good for infiltration, good for getting around the back of things, depending on how the game's going, and maybe can get to an objective and keep that game alive for you. But also, they give you a spearhead move. So, it's a hell of a lot of tanks. You can do a hell of a lot of fire. If this lot can park itself up and shoot, it can put down a hell of a lot of dice, but you're going to take a lot of casualties. You have to be aggressive. You can't sit back and hope that things will balance out in the end, because if you're playing careful, opponents with decent anti-tank, and it doesn't have to be special, it just has to be decent, anti-tank 12 and such like, you're going to feel the pain. So this is about getting in, manoeuvring around, and then trying to swamp the opposition. Today's mission is good old no retreat, a nice, simple, straightforward attack and defend mission, as you can see from the deployment zones. Now, I find it's quite often better to choose manoeuvre when you're the attacker against someone who's got King Tigers and infantry with lots of Fausts and Shreks, but I wanted to try my list out against a solid defence. The special rules for this mission are nice, simple and straightforward. Reserves for the defender, minefields and an ambush. And as you can see, the deployment zones are nice and simple. The reserves are going to come on from the back. The attacker's going to push forward, though I did make a mistake in my deployment. I put my deployment line 16 inches from my table edge rather than 16 inches from the midpoint on the table. If I had got that right, I could have been in the minefields at the end of turn 1 because they were positioned closer than the halfway point. That could have made an important difference for the game. Now you'll see from the game itself, I concentrated everything in one area. I wanted to keep away from the side where the 88s were, because I would have had 88s, Pack 40s, which against aggressive T34s are just as strong as 88s, plus the armour. I went down one side that would give me the most defilade, I believe the word is, as possible, but it was also the most difficult area because of the minefields. But let's go and have a look. Right, Peter, your deployment. Yes. Oh, sorry, we'll start with objective markers actually. So you put one far away as possible, and I've put one as close as possible. Then you've put your minefields across there, but this is like the gap. This is like Belgium and the Maginot Line here.
Tempt you into it.
Aye, well, I fall for it.
So deployment, I've just decided to cover this not in depth, just to try and keep you away. That's my
Stop out flanking moves.
This doesn't really cover me anything.
Not yet. So you got platoon. Where's your HQ?
HQ's here. No, here and here.
Right. And you got 88s on the hill.
the hill.
Pack 40s in ambush.
And the 7.5 infantry guns are back there.
Yep, that's only artillery. And then 3 Pack 40s in ambush. And then in reserve, 4 Pack 40s in ambush. Just to add injury to injury.
And then in reserve, we've got 2 King Tigers, SS King Tigers, and 3 Volks Grenadiers Scoops.
And that's immediate reserves, isn't it? Immediate reserves. Okay, so my deployment is a subtle Soviet approach. I've got my SMGs on foot, platoon of T34s, the Flame T34s, the Observer, 2 platoons plus the HQ of Hero T34s. These guys on the road because they can dash up to 20 inches on the road. It's like bloody hell. They're wheeled. And then the artillery just back here, they don't have too many things to worry about. There are those artillery over there could cause them a problem, but I'm not sure what, if anything, these guys will actually do in this game. We'll see if they can keep themselves alive and maybe range in on some infantry. We'll see. I forgot my mortars, folks. Putting them back here would have been behind that lump. And as you can see, it's just everybody advancing. I have just dashed everyone here apart from them. They maybe couldn't dash, couldn't get any further forward. Everyone's just dashed, including the armoured cars you can see there. So it's going to be shooting from artillery and mortars. Soviet Turn 1 started with just a charge up towards the objective, as you can see there, everybody dashing. The infantry also did a follow me, and you can see my comment about if I had started off 4 inches further forward, I could have been in the minefields and maybe cleared the way, and as you'll see, maybe also prevented an ambush certainly at that point. So firing was really just down to the mortars and the artillery. Now I have to remember that my mortars have got 6 tubes and I will have to reroll misses. I did forget, but Peter reminded me. And there was lots of hits right across both the mortars and the heavy artillery, but Peter made all the saves. Peter, you've done unpinning.
Unpinning, let's get unpinning. No.
And you've got to think about your ambush.
Yes.
Have you guessed where I'm coming?
I think yes, I think I'm not going to put it to this side. Yeah, I'm going to have to bring it on.
Ambush is coming on. What's it? 88s have moved at the dash. And you can see the ambush has popped over here. The wood's not very big, so one's gone back there. And that's it for movement. No reserves coming in. So
Bombardment, I've got a bombardment.
who are you going to bombard?
Try and range
Most pure infantry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you need a 5?
Right, so I'm not going to catch many.
I think you'll probably get most of them.
So 5.
Second attempt. So you'll be getting me on 4. So you can get everybody there.
I've got to avoid that. Wood.
Nice. You can still get everybody. And all the flame tanks.
I
think you're okay, honestly. I think you can get everybody.
Okay, so hitting on.
So hitting on 4s. So just do the front row and then the back row's got the commissar.
Front row.
And then back row 2 dice and then 1 for the commissar.
And the commissar.
Yep. So 2 for the front. Are okay. 1 for the back and then the commissar. Right, all these tanks now, there's...
What's the biggest threat?
Well, no, you can potentially... If they've been anti-tank too, won't they? So you can build them. So there's 8 flame-throwing T34s under there.
I'll just scroll that one.
Just, they're all big lumps, so I wouldn't worry too much. Right, so that's 2 missed, so 6. We'll just do the front row, eh? Keep it simple. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Love it.
That would just been a bail. Right, so platoon, 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 HQ platoon. What am I going to go for?
Is this one big platoon?
No, there's 4, HQ 4, 8 and 4.
The way I roll them, 1 to 2.
I'll go for these guys. These 3 you'll go for. These guys I'll go for this one.
Okay, so I went for 4 then.
Oh, that sounds good. 2.
2 hits. So that's 12 and 6 is for a bail. Nope, 2 fails. And dead in a bail.
And then 2.
Platoon. Range. I think you're short. You're short range, so that'll be 2 hits. Nope. 2 deads. They're going to evaporate in the blink of an eye. Soviet turn 2, so I've got to do a remount and an unpinning. So, remount and then unpinning. So the remount doesn't work, so unpinning does. Soviet turn 2 movement is going to start with the infantry moving into the minefield, though I sensibly double check myself here and leave the commissar out of the minefield. His job is to keep them motivated not to lift mines and get killed. And then I'm going to put my flamethrowers up within range of those anti-tank guns. Some are going to have to enter the minefield for that, but I don't care. They've got a 4-up skill check, so I think I've got 4 checks to make. 2 of them should pass. 2 that don't pass, well, they might save, but ultimately I have to kill those Pack 40s because they will destroy my entire force if I don't get rid of them super quick. Then everything else is just going to move up as much as possible, filling in gaps in that tight park of tanks to get shots on any survivors from the flamers. So that's all the movement done, as you can see. So I've got some checks to do. So I've got 5 guys going in this minefield. Looks like 2 have failed. That's not very good, guys. The more importantly, that pins them. So they can't just go charging out. And then I've got 2 that went into this minefield here. They failed. And then these 2. Oh, give me a 50-50 chance, right? Saves. They build it. 1's dead. So 1 save, 2 bail. 6. Right, and then 9, 3 each. And you have to reroll.
You guys see that one?
You can't reach him.
First one.
Right, oh my goodness, but I reroll them.
Oh, it's because they're
Brutal flamethrowers. If you survive this, I'm going to cry. Aye.
oh no.
Only just though. Right, so the next one. Oh my goodness, I like it. Still alive, I just went right.
Last one.
This is just bonkers. These are gone. Can't say I'm entirely happy with that. I've got some submachine gunners are pinned though, but it may as well take 2 shots. Try and roll above a 2, Frank. 2 shots from that attack. 2 hits now. They're within 6 each other, so it'll hit both. Oh no, can't, that's in the way. They both go on him. One. Right, so he's... Oh, right, that's just so good. He's supposed to run away. Also, the rest of the armoured cars are shooting this platoon. And they get 2 hits. I'm going for the HQ, so you can try mistaken target over here. Oh, there's what the HQ, isn't it? Right, going for the Shrek, sorry.
I'll try and put it onto
You do,
into him.
right, and then there's one other, but I'll just say him.
Okay.
What's potential? It's fine.
The other guy. 4.
It's fine. Right, artillery then. So I'm very disappointed there's still one Pack 40 alive right at the front there. Just got to hope it doesn't unpin. So on to the artillery. I'm going to have to move it because of danger close. So the 122 mils are going to range in successfully, second attempt, on the Pack 40 at the back plus the infantry around it, but no kills this turn. And then the mortars managed to range in again on the infantry just a bit further back. And once again, not a lot here, but there was 1 kill. I mean, to be honest folks, I would be hoping for a bit more from artillery against aggressive infantry by this point, especially as I'm re-rolling misses, but well, there you go. Right, Peter, so you have got motivations?
Seconds.
Right, and then you've got 2 dice for reserves? One's coming in, what is it? Snook's coming in. So the 8-8s are going to keep trying to get line of sight through here past all these woods. More importantly, here come the King Tigers. Is anybody else moving?
I think we have to move these guys, but the armoured cars will...
Decisions. So the infantry are going to move, but they're going to move sort of like a backward hook to put off any shenanigans from these guys. Right, so this is German turn 2 shooting. So those poor Hero SMGs are going to get a clobbering.
First, let's do that first. Shooting at these guys in the minefield. And what are these hit on?
These. That's still plenty. You want 3 in the comments? Yes. I'll try this. Well, he's not in the minefield. Do you want 3 or somebody on the minefield? Yes. Right, okay, so the one with 3's away, the one with 2's away, and the other one's still alive.
Okay, these 2, what's the biggest threat?
He's fairly limited in what he can look at, and then he's got threats everywhere. Flamethrowers. Right. Hit, so fireball. Fail, so does he stick around? Don't know if that does it. I think it probably doesn't. There's a flamer. So dead. And then the other one in the woods, other flamers?
The other flamers, yes.
So 2 infantry.
Nope. Which one do you want?
Let's go for these all flamers.
Yeah.
Oh, King Tigers means well.
Right, King Tiger's going for these guys. Force. So a special start for the game.
The artillery, let's do this.
Right, artillery's currently raised in on a hell of a lot of stuff if you want to stay there. You'll get the commissar and a big bunch of tanks.
So let's go for the commissar.
Right, okay, so you've got one tank from this platoon.
Well,
he's dead.
I think he's not over more that way.
We must have moved. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 flamers. 3 hits. Right, and then 2 from the platoon that's taking casualties, and 1 from the other platoon. You've got to miss. And then the HQ. Right. HQ is okay. The flamers 1, 2, 3, 3 is okay. This platoon, and then the last one is okay.
That might include my shooting.
Nothing over here with these guys?
No.
Right, so over to me. Soviets on 3. Does he get back in? He does. Did he look in? No, they don't. Where they stay? They can't lift the minefield. That's just bloody awful, that's a hero. Well, I'm just going to have to keep driving through minefields. Once there's one more build out. Close enough. Right, movement. Right, Soviet turn 3, movement, you can see they've stayed put. And everyone else has kind of moved around them with a failed blitz. The rest of them tactically moved over, and the armoured cars are moving over because things are happening over here, but they'll get killed by 8-8s. So, on to shooting. Flamers onto that gun. Right, so you've got to roll that many saves twice. What is it? There are 9.
9.
See if you can do it.
Oh, no. Well coded.
So his goose is cooked. Right.
You know that they're at range to go back together.
No, they've only got 4-inch range here, they're just touching you no more. Right, this platoon here is going to have a go at that. Pack 40. Right, and then I've got another platoon. They're dead. Try to fire dead one. That doesn't work, so I've got 1 from that platoon. Right, a platoon of 2 has got a single shot and gets a hit with him.
Keep against for 75 fire buildings.
Right. That's probably it from here. Right, so the artillery then, so there was not him. So from the 120, well, the mortars is over here, right? So roll 2 dice because you know nothing. Hit somebody. Hit. Oh man, that's just bonkers. Right, so save with 3 rolls of success. He's gone. Way 5. And 1 more. Right, and then the 122 was here. That one the floor plus the gun. So the gun, sorry, no. And the guy, next guy. So the guys are all hit.
Should we go?
Oh, yeah, that's a fail anyway. He's dead.
This guy.
With the ocean. Yeah, fine. He's dead.
That guy.
Yeah. The last one. Not gonna do it. 3 or 5 piles, I can't even roll them.
You don't know.
Right. Armoured cars, 3 of them in a position to just shoot up the infantry. They can't really get anybody else. So the infantry in front of them that have gone to ground.
These guys.
Yeah, because they're not got the range for the guys on the move yet. So it's still been hit 5 times.
So that's the HQ. Do you want to?
If the HQ's here, I'd stick on the HQ and spread it out. Yeah, that's fine.
Can I put it into the?
You can mistake tag it onto a Shrek, aye.
Let's not do that. Okay, so here.
Right. 6 is needed though. No.
Best idea, but
But the pinned, and if I'm lucky they'll stay pinned. And to be honest, I think that's going to be it for me. Your turn 3, Peter, you got.
That's tiger.
Did you have a pin? No.
I'll save this last time.
Infantry? No. Infantry with a hero? No. Then last stand?
Well, you maybe didn't. I took one of them, didn't you?
It still counts as 5 hits, so.
Is that still counts right?
Yeah, because he's joined the platoon, so he's taking. Last stand.
Last time.
He's a gunner.
Last time not different from the.
Oh, right, mate, yeah, actually, yeah. We've still got the third right crew?
Last time 4.
Yeah.
So he's hanging.
Right, and then your last reserve. Scoots, I'll be arriving. Yeah. Chairman turn 3 movement, so the infantry are piling back towards that objective, get it covered. Now the armoured cars are let loose. Stooks coming up the road, and King Tigers get themselves in position to cover that objective from the hill. Right, Peter, where do you want to start shooting?
I'll shoot here. They tried to again.
Right, okay, so the 88s, 2 dice looking for.
Go for these wee.
I think one of them might be short range.
these 3 will shoot at the shadow. On 3 pluses.
Yeah, one's short range, one's long.
So short range.
2 hits. Straight
Long
through the
range.
shadow.
Oh, sorry.
Right, so 1 firepower. One dead, armour car. The King Tigers are kind of stuck behind the woods. Oh, the solid ledge. Aye. Right, you're looking for a 6 because the range you're going to go.
So you can shot. Probably not. Maybe they moved a bit.
Yeah, 2 dice looking for 6s. Because they're going to get killed this turn anyway. Especially if you roll 2 6s. Right, first guy, Commissar.
Oh,
2 6s.
They love it.
So
They're going to try and finish them off.
Save them from the
Right,
artillery.
so he won't be able to shoot, I don't think. So they're going to roll 6.
So they are pinned. So
Oh, so they are, right.
there's 2.
And then, so there'll be 2 each if you use the MG,
Yes,
MG option.
So that's all.
Right, so looking for 5s. Here, so it's going to be 1 each. So the guy in the minefield, the guy behind the minefield, they're safe. Yeah, well, they're going to clear that minefield and then.
This little fella. What's he got there?
Well, you've got 1 flame tank, a couple of T34s. I think they're actually from the damaged platoon.
Let's go. How many flame? He's all flame tanks.
Yeah, there's currently 3 destroyed out of 8.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Right, look for a 3 then. Oh, so that's potential bail. It's bailed out.
Stugs, have they got any targets at all?
32-inch range. 32. He's got the guns in the way. He's got definitely got shots. Yeah, they two could have a go at him looking for fives. They failed out once.
No. And I think.
Is that going to get for sure?
Yep.
Right. Soviet turn 4. So I've got a remount to do. The HQ's with the exit. Is that it? Oh, right, these guys. Do they have pin? They do. Mayfield's going to get cleared. Right. So that's it for motivations. On to movement. So for Soviet movement, I've lifted the minefield. The armoured cars with me follow me, they're really slow, these guys, are moving out round the flank. And these guys are not going to move. Not yet. So on to shooting. Soviet turn 4 shooting, there's not a lot going on here because I'm hiding. So it's really just the artillery. And between the repeat bombardment on the mortars and on the 122 mils, I managed to take out another 2 bases. It's still slow going against those infantry, but they are at least starting to get whittled down now. Right, Peter, you turn 4.
Turn 4, that's fine. Guys.
Oh, infantry in the middle. No. I think that's it. Chairman turn 4 movement, and infantry are all around here now. Stugs are moving up, and then the King Tigers know they're going to have to put themselves in the danger zone. Sort of. Right, Jimmy turn 4 shooting, so the artillery back there, but it's going to try and range in on my mortars over here.
So 4 fives.
And they get it first time. So there'll be 6 mortars and the observer.
So the mortars also roll
Just roll 6 because it doesn't really matter. Right, that's going to be 3 hits on mortars. And the little armoured car. He's hit as well. So the mortars, 2 fails. And no past 5 powers, but he's still pinned. Now the armoured car, he's okay. Right, next on the King Tigers, they've got quite a few targets.
yes, they're going to go for these guys.
Flamers or T34s?
Yes, they go for them.
Flamers, right?
What's your that's
12. Well, I can't hit you in the front, there's no really anything that's going to happen.
Let's go for the
Right, 2 dice in, looking for 5s. 1 hit, so it's going to be 1 5 power. 1 dead, I'm going to see, they'll get this thing to do, so I'll put it on anyone else, just go, put it on this guy here. Because he was the survivor in the minefield. Right, so 1 dead, T34.
do I want? Yeah, he's going to fire. Really want to fire.
Right, 2 dice on the 4 5. No.
Stugs, what can they see?
And over here,
Concentrate on the
Flamers. Right, these 6s though, because I'm going to ground and concealed range and so on.
no, not even.
No hits for the Stugs.
Total 6.
I thought you might want that.
And he'll go for these 2.
Alright, so one of the 88s that you can see.
So
That's 1 5 power over here. And a dead.
I don't think you can see anything.
Yeah, I think so. Right, easy.
So I'll go for that.
Right, so 2 dice on 6s. That's from the 88 folks against. Right. So we turn 5. So last stand. Oh well. I big plans for you guys. No, he's moved away. Right, I think that's it. So on to move. Oh no, I'm pinning from the mortars. They don't. So we turn 5 movement with a blizzard of cross checks, failed cross checks and swearing from me. I've managed to get 2 tanks past the front and another couple got stuck, otherwise there would have been more around. Flamethrowers here. These guys are moving up ready to fly in next turn. They'll have backed off by then, but I have to keep moving forward. The armoured cars are moving at the shadow of the hill, so they kind of get shot by 88s, but they move so slowly. So that's it for movement, on to shooting. So these guys are aggressive.
They are aggressive.
So he's going to hit that one on the side.
So you're hitting a 3.
Right, okay, so shooting. First one, misses, the other one hits. It's 1, 2, it's always 1, 2, 3, hull 4, 5, hull 4, 5, 6 times. So if the tank bounces off, what a waste of time. Right, flamethrowers. So this guy's going to get hit by 12. So because of the slight change of direction of the turrets there's a chance I'll be hitting the front armour. That's why we did the turret and the hull roll. It's going to be very difficult and frustrating for me at this point, folks. If the infantry weren't there, I would get all over them, but they are there. I'm slowly killing them. I get rid of another one of those infantry, the one right beside the tanks there, using the flamers. Though Peter made his first 5 saves and then only died with the second roll of 5, you know, the re-rolls. And the remaining T34s that could only see the front armour of the King Tigers are going to take a few more shots at the surviving infantry but not get any casualties. I'm hoping they just fail their last stand, run away, and then that whole side will open up. Remember, those King Tigers are not within 4 inches of the objective. If I can get those infantry away, I could just win the game in my own turn. Turn 6 is coming up, remember, folks. So Peter is also in a position to win the game from then. So unpinning. Yep. Unpinning the guys. Yep. Then last stand. For goodness sake. Right. Movement.
Right.
Gemma on 5 movement. These guys are staying put. Stoogs are moving up, and then this infantry platoon is starting to come across to protect the objective. On to shooting. Right.
Let's start.
Right, so that's a platoon. 1, 2, 3, single one, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This guy. This guy. Same platoon.
Right, so platoon of 3, then they go for it. Okay. Right, so it's 4 hits. So do 2 fire kills and then one of your choice, and then singles on others. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's go for
2 him. He's a gunner. And then single on him, single on him. He's a gunner. He's a gunner. Right, let's see what
You only see that one in the opening.
we can clobber him. And it's beginning. It's really got to be.
That one or that one.
You've got two that you can see at the moment.
Let's go for
All for him. So the 88s, they managed to get one T34 there, the one closest to them between the two woods. And here come the Stoogs too. They managed to get one hit on one in the wood, fails its save, and firepower is passed. Right, so the artillery is going for the mortars, so 6 mortars under there.
get one last time.
No, you didn't get them. Right, so 4 of them are hit. And then, what? Sorry. Right, we'll roll these successfuls and reroll. Right, 3 possible kills. 2 gone. So they've lost a reroll, but they're pretty much done for this game anyway. Then Peter finishes his turn with an attempted shoot and scoot for those King Tigers. He wants to just get them potentially closer to the objective, but certainly out of any possible danger of side shots, but it fails. So it's time for my second wave of T34s to fly in and get killed by all this anti-tank fire coming in from everywhere now. Let's see how they get on. So on that turn, what have I got?
Yes.
Motivations. That platoon's dead, that platoon's dead, 3 left. So I'm okay for motivations, so just on movement. Forgot to say folks, these unpinned, you might as well just drive out of the way. I'll drive down to there, down to the dice. Right, and then these moved up. If one of them had stayed alive, I could have won the game by killing him this turn. One can potentially get past a side shot on the turret, and then this lot have just moved up. So if any of them survive next turn, they can potentially get side shots if they're dead. They can also do some machine gunning against that poor Shrek. The armour cars are still heading off towards that back objective. And that is it, on to shooting. Right, the 80s. One of them. One, two, three, so guys, round the scan. Flamers now, these ones, and he can't. So from first there's 2 hits, and then him, 3 hits. So it's got to be 2 and 1.
2 hits. This one with the
So these are going to shoot him. He's not an eligible target. Three saves on the Shrek. I've got him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. 8 against 12. 11. 10. Killed one, guys. So, onto the mortars, the last thing to fire. They're going to range in on that platoon that is in a position to support the objective. And they range in, get a pin, but no kills. So if those infantry being indestructible and not wanting to run away or get killed, I think that's probably my chance blowing it. If I'd have killed them, next turn I could have swept around those KTs. With nothing else, remember, on the objective, I probably could have won it, but I think it's now passing back to Peter to get the winning blow in. Peter, so
lots of motivations. Let's do these guys.
Putting infantry in the middle. Considering these guys. Oh, I'm unpinning the 88s over on the hill.
So turn.
Start with 88.
Yep. No, I don't think that's good.
That'll be fine. Third right, yeah.
That's it, yeah. Last turn. Tiger.
Right, I got two.
I'd roll the one though.
Oh no, that was the other game. 5 is adequate. Last time on there. Oh, for goodness sake, I wait for the wee buckets to run off.
That would have been.
It wouldn't have been the end of the game, but it would have been a lot better for me because now you can faust back. Right, one movement. So, German turn. Is this what turn? Is it? It's about 5 or 6. I can't quite remember.
So you're going to try and cross that hedge
Right.
there.
Right, so Stug is moving up to get line of sight. 2 have got line of sight on various units. These are staying put. These infantry who have failed follow me. They've left 2 in that building to just hold on to that objective because my armor cars are coming around the corner. And now we're on to shooting. German shooting is going to start with the infantry finally doing something, not just keeping their heads down. They're firing a Faust and a Shrek, but they both miss. The Stugs are firing at the flamers sitting in front of the surviving infantry. They get 2 hits, one of which is a potential bail, one a potential kill. The kill goes through, but the bail is a failed firepower, so no effect. Now Peter's going to fire the infantry guns direct. The flamers are within range, and there's not necessarily a lot of good options for indirect fire anyway, but he gets 4 hits out of 4, and he manages to get a bail against one of those flamers sitting in front of the infantry. So the King Tiger, now we're down to just 2 dice there folks, so maybe not quite so scary. It manages to get 1 hit. It's targeted the HQ and it's failed the firepower, so the HQ's bailed out, but the rest of the platoon's still alive. Maybe they can do something desperate next turn. So my turn 7, I think. Does the HQ get back in? He does. Does the flamer up in front of him get back in? He doesn't. Last stand for them. He makes it. There's a 3 up last stand. And that's it. So, on to movement. I've had to move a few wrecks out of the way. So the wreck's in the wood and the King Tiger. They plaster blitz. One is around a potential shot on the side, but because of that angle, guys, I can't. If I hit the turret, it's just going to bounce. Can't get any closer because of him. One failed across to get in here. One's past the blitz and one's moved to have a go over there. He moved to have a go over there. And veteran Amakaz, unfortunately, managed to fail a blitz, because if they'd have passed it, they could have got themselves around the back of that woods. So, on to shooting. Now we'll start against the 88 on the hill. Right, so there's going to be 3 dice from here. I reckon so one's going to be in the open, and one's going to be concealed. Right? Short range. So, this is the one that blitzed. It's 2 hits. Like 2 hits. And yeah. So you'll be 7 against 12.
That's the last.
And a failed 5 round, of course. Right, the HQ is going to have a go. And I reckon this will be concealed and misses. Right, sorry. 1 hit on this. So the 1, 2, 3 is how, 4, 5 and 6 is bye-bye. No, well, bye-bye. Flavor. Ethan hits 3 times. Wait a minute. No, you can't get him. 3 times on hit. Installation of his saves. So he's dead. Right, the mortars. I'm going to just go for those guys again. Get 1 hit. Again. Right, I think Sadly, that's going to be it, folks. Oh no. My armoured cars, passing shots, up at 88 on the hill, I failed a blitz. So it's going to be one single right, bear over to you.
Okay, let's do this again.
Start step. Right, infantry in the middle, they make it, they've got the HQ with them.
This guy, unpin him.
Nope.
Leave that as well. That's the last dance.
Every minute, sorry.
Oh, he's got the
HQ over there. So he's fine.
Okay, so last dance. This one.
On the gun. Stairs.
Listen.
He's gone. Oh no, stay. Stay. Right, on the movement. Not much for Jim and movement, just bringing this platoon to hold the objective, and I've also got Faust and a Shrek onto shooting.
Oh, okay, so 88.
Right, 2 shots for the 88.
Concealed.
5. Right, oh well, just the 2. 5 bullets.
You should know that it's Peter does best, it's not really sniping.
2 dead.
Shoot him and him.
Right. Right, so that's part of the platoon, so it's still got 2. So 1 hit, so you want it on the guy who's there. 5 gun. You got him.
He's going to take a shot at this fella. He's pinned.
I'll do it. Just be able to that'll be it, because you'll be able to get the salt in. Cameron's only one time left alive there, so I'm happy to call it.
Ready shot,
Wait, take a shot then.
Concealed.
You did 5.
Moving.
6 actually, because I'm in command. You normally feel concealed 5, we'll call it there because he can now come in, even if he's not going, he can't get that much defensive fire, and you'll push, that'll end the assault. He won't be able to actually get in, and you'll be able to push me back. It's only one of 2 attacks left alive. Well folks, there you go, that was quite a brutal fight around that objective, wasn't it? It got very geometric, shall we say, at times, because of the turret facing. You know, those King Tigers were right on the edge of the table, so I could only go around one side, I could only go so far because those infantry just wouldn't run away. And that reduced the number of shots I could get at any one time onto the flank, and because of that, it's like, you know, slight difference in the facing of the turret and the hull. Several shots just bounced straight off the front. Otherwise, I might have done it, you know. Oh, and one, you know, like the mistake that I mentioned before is setting up wrong. It might have made a big difference getting my infantry into those minefields right on turn 1, clear it on turn 2, and then move in using those woods for cover, and maybe getting rid of those infantry sooner. Don't forget the link in the description below if you're looking to purchase your Scottish National tickets. We did sell out last time round, we might do so again this year. And check out Overlord Games whilst you're at it, because they're going to be a sponsor for the event. So thanks for watching. Probably the end of the non-dynamic lists that you're going to see going forward. If you'd like to make sure you catch up with how dynamic points looks and you've not already done so, hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button. That means we'll definitely see you all on the next one.